America's this thing, and here's its hat. So 35,000 years ago, it's the Ice Age, and people in Northeast Asia are like, what's more Northeastern? And so they go and they walk and they find this fun little land bridge, and they find America. Now the land bridge is melted and they're stuck, so what do? Build stuff, like temples and agriculture in Mesoamerica, which doesn't make its way up here until 1200 BC. Knock knock, who's at the door? It's Europe. But they want Greenland and some other stuff. Oh, just kidding, ha ha ha. They want everything. Now it's 1607 and the British come and they're all like, we want a town, we're gonna name it after King James. So they named it Jamestown, and this went awesome, meaning just about everyone died from disease and famine and people ate each other. But surprise, not everyone died, and more people kept coming over, making Jamestown the first permanent British colony. Now it's 13 years later and more people arrive in Plymouth Rock on the Mayflower, and they're here because some time ago they were all like, Britain's not religious enough for us. So they sail across the sea to America. Here they have all these fun religious liberties, and they don't have to do all this stuff that the Church of England wants them to do, which makes lots of other people want to come over too and make their own colonies. All these people do fine, some of them find witches, and England leaves them pretty much alone until 1754. Time for World War I? Well, kind of not really. According to some people it is. But it's the French and Indian War. So now it's 1763 and it's been 7 years, and the war's finally over and Britain is the winner. So now it's 1765 and Britain gets a bill for this fun new war, and they're all like, nope, America, you pay for it. And like all your defense because it's yours. And America says, well, can I have a representative? No, says Britain. Also, our bajillions new soldiers are going to live in your houses. It's 1775 and some Americans don't really want it, so they go to war. Remember France and Spain from like 10 years ago? Well, they're pretty salty about that. So in 1778, they join in to help the Revolutionary Americans. George Washington does some crazy shit like kill people on Christmas. Remember him, he's important. Now it's 1783 and the war is over. Everyone in the States is super scared of centralized governments, also baths. That doesn't last very long, so the people with the funny hats in Philly write this cool new document called the U.S. Constitution. Try it, they say. No, say all the colonies. Try it. No, they say again, but it'll listen a little quieter. It becomes the law of the land. It's the era of westward expansion. So Americans are expanding westward, and this upsets a lot of Native people because it's their land, but the Americans just kind of take it away from them. The Count gets elected, and he gets the end of a rule act. Lots of people, especially the natives, aren't cool with this, so they go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court says, hey, you can't do this. How about I do anyway, says Andrew Jackson. Moved from Florida and other places to Oklahoma so that Americans could use Florida for vacation homes, but it's really actually kind of terrible, and lots of people die and lose their possessions and their culture. Now slavery's the hot button issue, and lots of people want to get it gone from the North. Already have gotten rid of it, but lots of people in the South want to keep it, so they have a war, and the North wins, and slavery is gone! So then they come up with new ways of exploitation like sharecropping and Jim Crow laws and later segregation that literally go against everything the 13th Amendment stands for. And now that that's over, it's this big, crazy business time. The railroad businesses starts to get big, and so does the oil and the steel and like meat. So they work together and monopolize on lots of things and make lots of money and are very nice to their workers. So they're working. Time for World War I, actually this time. And lots of fighting's going on in Europe, and that doesn't really involve the U.S. troops, just U.S. dollars and